spent quite a few years living in South Florida, and in 2008, as a result of the economic downturn, my husband lost his corporate job, and shortly thereafter, our home started to go into foreclosure. So with the very real possibility of being homeless, we packed what we could save into our car. We moved in with my mother-in-law, who very graciously took us in, and thought that we would relatively quickly become financially stable so we could move out on our own and start over. God had definite other plans for that. It took a long time and a lot of twists and turns. My husband would get odd jobs, then he would lose them, then just things would break. We could never seem to get ahead. We'd go one step forward and 5 steps back, and we trusted God and trusted, but we could not understand what was happening in our lives. We could not move forward financially. Eventually, my husband got a job that made us stable, but only paycheck to paycheck. Then I got a job, and we were finally seeing some movement forward. Then one day I came home after work, and my mother-in-law was obviously in distress and the most horrible color of yellow I'd ever seen in my life. So I went to the hospital, and very quickly they came back with the diagnosis of pancreatic cancer and no good treatment options. Basically sent her home to spend her final days with her family. God kept us where we were in her home for a very good reason. We were there to help care for her, to spend quality time with her, and be with her in her last days, and we're very thankful for that. And in looking back, we realized that every struggle we experienced was for a purpose. But we also realized that once she passed, we were again looking at the possibility of being homeless. One Sunday morning, out of the blue, a gentleman came up to me and asked me to have my husband send his resume into him. Again, it was several more months of waiting and trusting before my husband did get that job, and we were able to start financially getting stable. And it was several months. My mother-in-law did pass, but during that time we were able to purchase a home, and God again walked us through the situation. In looking back over these few years, I can see how trusting God put us in a position where He wanted us, where He could bless us and my mother-in-law through her illness. I have grown tremendously through this experience, and when fear and anxiety do come about, I can look back and see that God is faithful. My name is Colleen, and this is my story.